Hey y'all. So I am back with another untutorial. This is a untutorial simply because I am not the best braider. I have never been the best braider. I've always struggled with braiding my hair in any state, in any level of thickness. I've always struggled with braiding my hair. And apparently, I found out I also struggle with parting my hair while I was doing this video. So the parting was absolutely ridiculous. I was struggling with that for most of the video, which was shocking to me. Because in my mind, I'm like, if you just take the comb straight back, it should be semi straight, you know? Like, if you know you moving the comb back straight, your part should have some level of straightness. And it didn't. And I didn't understand it. But shout out to Dermoya, because y'all see the minimal amount of flakes that my scalp has after kind of seeing the struggles in previous videos of just the way my scalp looked. This is 2 weeks with no wash. So before, after a day or two, I would start seeing like very thick flare up and build ups, especially along my hairline. So just the fact that I have these minimal amount of flakes where I am able to, keep heat off my hair for a little bit longer by stretching out, my wash days. That's also why I've been wearing the buns more recently. So I can kind of keep from using the heavier heat. And of course, it's almost braid season for me because I really try to keep the silk presses seasonal because I don't know how my hair really is going to do in the humidity. And I don't want to, have a silk press and then, feel like, dang, I kind of got to straighten my hair again after a week because the humidity done fluffed it up. Now, I have found some really good products that have helped combat humidity. I do stretch out the silk presses generally until June. And then that's when I start kind of wearing the buns and stuff. May, June, late April. But still, bringing the silk press out every now and again. The cheat code is to have your hair up while you're walking to the mall, to the event, to the brunch, outside. Have your hair up so that you can do y'all see this part? Do y'all see this? Like, it's horrible. It's horrible. But the cheat code again is to have your hair up when you're outside for a period. And then to, let it flow, let it down once you're in the event. So I always keep like the claw clips with me so I can be able to, keep my hair off my neck, keep my hair from, being down and out. And that kind of helps combat the humidity when it starts getting hotter outside. And see, I thought the part was straight after that point too. And y'all see it wasn't. I see it wasn't. Like, should I have used a rat tail comb and took it straight back? Would that have helped keep it, straight? And then I don't know what I was trying to do right there. It was stupid. So I talked myself out of it immediately. I actually had to finish parting this off camera because I was so embarrassed and so frustrated that I wouldn't have been able to continue filming it. I don't know why I get so nervous or like even more clumsy or even more so like mistake prone when I'm filming. It's almost like oh, you're recording. Yeah, let's mess up. No. That's why this has to be an untutorial. So I'm going, I'm doing pretty good right here. I feel like I'm moving through. Luckily my hair was straight, because if it was in a curly state or in just a blow dry state, I wouldn't have been able to get through it, or it would have been a lot more of a struggle. I also don't know why, for some reason, my hands just really start to betray me whenever I'm braiding, and they just start locking up. I start having symptoms of arthritis or carpal tunnel. It's like, what is going on? Like, when I want to start to braid, it's like my hands are like, what are you doing and why? You know you can't braid. So my hands were on fire at this point. And it's like, I feel like while I'm braiding, I be wanting to take breaks while I'm braiding. Like, y'all see my face. I'm like, ugh, God, why did I decide to do this? But it's like, once I have the momentum as I'm braiding, I don't want to stop, because I feel like once I get the pattern going and the thickness of each, strand is right, I don't feel like I should stop. Man, my hands were on fire, especially towards the end. Like, y'all, I don't even know how that happened. I think I nicked it with my nail, but I'm not taking the braid out. Of course not. Like, no, not happening. So I'm going to have to jiffy rig it, because there's no way. So literally, bobby pin to the rescue. Y'all see how I fix it? This is the only part of the video that y'all should look at and say, wow, that's a good idea. Why is the mirror is dirt? This whole thing is like, come on. How can I even see anything in the mirror? That's hair product on the mirror. I had to take a break. I took like a 10-minute break in between the second braid, mostly so, my hands could recover from what felt like they were going through a traumatic experience. So I feel like I'm doing pretty decent. The one thing I hate about when I do like the two braids, like going straight back, is that I wish I started at the very top part. Like, I wish I could get the point and then braid it straight back, so that it's like uh like, more neat looking. And then I wanted to use jam so that it looked more, slick back and more professional looking. But I was afraid it would make my hair too thick for me to be able to braid it, and that it would weigh it down, and I wouldn't be able to execute it. So I was afraid to use any product in my hair before I braided it. So, and then y'all see I started at a different point on one side versus the other side. This is the best I could do. So the more I do it, the better I'll get out. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I probably won't do it no time soon. Braiding is a nemesis of mine. Really and truly. And it wouldn't be as bad if my hands didn't feel like they wanted to jump off of my wrist anytime I braid. But like, y'all see the little pieces like hanging out. I wish I would have been able to use jam and execute it, but I don't think I would have been able to. They turned out decent for, me not being the best. It'll do. So now I'm gonna go in with the TGI TIGI. Get it right. The wax stick. that has helped me with flyaways in the past, and it's not as heavy or as thick, because what I was worried about is if the braids started to like unravel or become super messy, I wanted to be able to take them out and not have all that product from the jam. Y'all see, bobby pins are also the cheat code. Like little pieces sticking up, take a bobby pin to it, okay? Yes. So I need a better edge control. Oh, not edge control. I need a better edge brush, because this soft bristle toothbrush is not cutting it. And the ones with the combs at the end, y'all see, well, maybe y'all didn't see, but in the previous videos, I was struggling with those too. I'm really clumsy. And it's not necessarily the best when you trying to accomplish a goal. And then it's like, shoot, I got too much hair to be clumsy. So I had to go in with a little bit of edge control to this is a really good edge control, by the way. But I had to go in with a little bit of edge control to really get it slicked down. I really wish I would have been able to use jam, so that the whole braid would kind of look like how the edges are going to look by the end of this. But I also didn't know how the braids were going to turn out, so I didn't want to put too much product in there and then they stuck in that state, and it's a mess. One of these days I'm gonna figure it out. So this side actually look cute. The little swoop de doop. Okay, the little swoop de doop doop. I should have. I feel like yeah. Okay. Be careful. Be careful. It's like I'm watching it, but I was here when it happened, but I'm also afraid of what I'm gonna see while I'm watching it. It's crazy. But what was I doing? Why? And some of it is just me just doing stuff and not even realize I'm doing it because I'm just clumsy. But this swoop de doop on this side is cute. Okay, I might be getting a little better at swooping my edges down. One of these days I might be an expert. Okay, one of these days maybe. Okay, all right. Okay, more swoop de doop. Okay, yeah. Swoop de doop doop dop. All right. Dang, and it's like, looking back, I wish I would have been brave enough to like use the jam, because you see how like professional it looks when you kind of use like the molding gel and the edge control and stuff. But this is, oh my gosh, I've had this scarf forever and I just love it. But this is me, trying to, of course, mold the edges down and, tie my hair up. All right.